Hey everyone, Yōkai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 4th episode of Megami no Café Terrace. Last episode, all of our hard work finally paid off and we got the place fully open and we're serving customers and it's great. Aside from the fact that one of the customers was just the worst and I'm glad we got rid of him. I was hoping we'd be a bit more, I want to see him get beat up a bit more, Boko Boko and all that, but, probably not the best idea all things considered, but we're here for episode 4, and let's see, how things go, how, the other customers and all that. So hopefully, people are having fun and things continue to move in a positive direction. So 3, 2, 1, play. And the uniform still looks great, by the way. Can't understate that. And it looks like it's flourishing pretty well. Well, maybe... okay, well, maybe I spoke too soon. So, what are we doing wrong that's scaring them off? But there's nothing else to do, there's nobody here. But that's a problem. So, clearly we're doing something wrong that makes people not want to come back. We gotta figure out what that is. Oh, is his face scaring them off? Maybe we should keep him in the back. That is always a good place to start, paying your employees. I know it sucks if you're the employer, but employees won't stick around for too long if you don't. I know if I wasn't getting a paycheck, I would definitely not be going to work. Although if there were goddesses there, 50-50 whether or not I'd go or not. But bills do have to be paid at the end of the day, so if one employer doesn't pay you, you do kind of have to find a new one. But it is a fun workplace. I really do enjoy the opening. I'm not sure if I've said that before, but I feel like it is growing on me the more I watch it. And just, God, those 5 women are so beautiful, aren't they? Wait, what? Okay, sure. You're making this like a war or something, like... I mean, that does sound like fun. Sakura Matsuri. Is it like a Hanami kind of thing, or... Judy, yeah. It does. I didn't pick him for a chuny, but, He's still going. Yeah, you're really triggering her right now. Good question. Cookies. Actually, even the bottle had like Sakura on it, like the word. It sure sounds like it. Will it though? Yeah, I knew what he was talking about, although I don't see the problem. Yeah, you can wait patiently in the corner. Oh, heart-shaped, okay. They look pretty good. Hey, you want to try a cookie? We can get you some pom-poms you can cheer us on. I mean, I'm not saying it, but... It's a cute pouty face, though. Yes, clearly he thinks quite highly of you. Just don't, touch the food. Well, I guess that worked. Pretty wild. I mean, it's a premise of the show. We all work together. Yeah, she did that a lot. You had no plans to do it when you got here. Okay. Even better. She made it weird. I don't know with you. Okay. Well, nice cooking session we have here. Yeah, this girl is quite something. So you gotta take responsibility. I guess the aroma has been enough to get her. Yeah, just the evaporation. I didn't think about that, but that explains everything. By anime logic. Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to show up. You got me. You found me out. Look at her face. She's also trying to strip him. Oh no. Good work. It is pretty great. I mean, the uniform was already really good, so any more improvements I'll take. Breaking stuff. Okay, Shiro. Yeah, that's what she said. So really she needs a vigilante. Maybe she's a chuny. For what? And a shield? Oh, okay, okay. I did not think she would be naked. Not that I'm complaining, but that caught me off guard a bit. So, now we know what it's for, and it just kind of made it better. Especially because they were censoring the important bits anyway, so... She knows how to enter a scene, doesn't she? No, you're the real Mahotsukai. Hey, he is helping. He tried to protect her chest from exposure as best he could. I mean, I personally would use my mouth to do that, but, you know. Oh, that would help. I mean, yeah. Just be grateful You did keep doing that. You really had no one to blame but yourself. And yeah, I definitely Sakura themed. Gentle awakening, huh? Wouldn't mind her waking me up gently. She can wake up naked. Well, or, you know, the semi-naked state she was in before. That's certainly one reaction to waking up, you know, in that state. Well, it's a Sakura Matsuri, of course. You know, just going with your theme, you know. Yeah, that is Sakura Mochi. Very fitting. Yeah, not to you specifically, but to someone that you're related to, so. He really is piggybacking off a lot of Grandma, really. Ami's also kind of growing on me. To take a nap, clearly. Yeah, wake her up the best way. Just shove something in her mouth. I think that just means she likes it. Oh, the blush makes it much better. It's okay, you were cute. She wasn't trying to kill you, she just wanted to give you the food. We're bumping into some people who are probably bad guys. I'm going to assume. Okay, I don't like how that ended. Now I'm worried. You really should go check on her. Okay, luckily she's close enough to see. Doesn't mean I want to be involved in it. Just dealing with some Nanpa. Yeah. Yeah, go beat him up, Hayato. Tell him that she's one of your 5 women. I am the protagonist of this anime. You literal nobody. Yeah, could you go away, like, now? That'd be great. Have you bought anything? Then no, you're not. Do it, Ami. Glad somebody else is helping. Yanoka. I shall beat you up too. This is actually, I actually really did not see this coming. Like, everyone coming together to defend, you know. You know, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us kind of thing. That was cool. Yeah, you're just saying that because your butt hurt. I almost wish she was one of the hair members because she is quite attractive. Oops. How much time do we have left? Oh yeah, a decent amount of time. Nice day. Should go pretty well. You know, weather-wise. Was there some vandalism against our stall from those jerks? What a bunch of cowards. Need to get some security over here. Should have known something was going to go wrong with... Need to take a shower together. Well, you made the uniform, so we can't be too mad at you. You could show your pantsu, you know? You notice how Riho got some... was able to show some appreciation or apologize or something. I don't remember the exact context of the scene anymore, but... apparently those are two very different things. Our counterattack. Keeping with the war terminology, which I guess was more fitting than I thought initially. Well, let me see it. You're not going to let me see it, are you? Oh, wow. That is quite fancy. Okay, here's a overall shot. Type 0. It looks good, though. Mobile business. Best kind of business. You can go where the customers are. Yeah, essentially. Does it involve violence? It's got to involve violence, right? Or breaking stuff. Oh, what a nice spot, like water back there. Because Type 0 is just that good. You know, if I'm on my phone at work, I get yelled at. Oh, is that Ami's job? To be our pack mule? That clicked with me right before they showed her. Yeah. I mean, this is, yeah, her good job for her, you know? He was right. She was born for this job. I'm glad you realized. Appreciation for the uniforms is always nice. Okay, full on making sure they know. Yeah, we'll give you your card, you know? Feel free to give her a call if you need any work done. Yeah, oh god. Snap to it. You gotta love Ami. Need to get myself a cart. Go out and sell something. I don't know what. Maybe I'll make my own cookies. I do like how the harem members call him Master. It just makes everything so much better. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that, to be honest. Now we can beat him up. Scuzzy, what? Not that was hard to guess. Oof. That was a solid shot. I think I saw some blood fly off. Well, yeah, now that he's punched him, it's self-defense. He clearly knows the law well, Mr. Tokyo U. Yeah, let's go. Apparently that applies to Ami, even though he was the one that got punched. You know, fair enough, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It was an excellent drop kick. until it's time to strike. Oof. Excellent kick again. Oh, what's he gonna get? A knee to the stomach? That's what I would do. Oh, that's not good. Is she tired from all the pack meal work? Yeah. I was a little bit worried about that. You got one to go. Maybe Hayato can take him on at least. Not if he grabs a weapon. Come on. Is it really... Okay. Not that I really call those missiles, but... Shoryuken! She really did it. Oh my god. That was so cool. Yeah, Ami, best girl. Because I remember a missile comment was made earlier. I didn't think they actually launched. We really got a friggin' Shoryuken. Is this real life? Ooh, that's a look. That's not quite exactly what she looks like, but... Yeah, that look would give me a nosebleed, too. Yeah, hopefully they learn their lesson. Yeah, that's definitely true. New recording 1.wav. And he even recorded it. And he really came here, like, ultra prepared. I'm losing it, Ami. Yeah. Oh, falling in love again over here. I'm just dead. My eyes are watering. You are a wonderful mad dog. Yeah, that. Day off. We could certainly use one. The heck does that even mean? Also, Akane, we're gonna get some cool Akane stuff next episode. But yeah, okay. That was the 4th episode of Megami no Café Terrace. A really good episode. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, Ami alone, like, I already liked her before this episode, you know. Last episode, the whole, I'm gonna paraphrase a line, but something about, you know, things you have will will break or whatever, and then turn. It sounded deeper when she said it, but then she was just talking about literally breaking his stuff. Like that did a lot to make me like her more. Like that put her up there, a bit. But like this episode really just launched Ami out of the park as far as how much I like her as a character. Like obviously she fits a very specific, archetype with the silly, Genki, energy-filled, strong, athletic, not too bright kind of character, right? So even though you can't really expect too much of her outside of that mold, at least not yet, in that framework, she proved to be insanely good at that role, just being fun, hilarious, energetic, good to have around. There's nothing to not like about her, right? She's pretty great. So I really enjoyed all the Ami stuff we got this episode. Like, it didn't even feel like an Ami-focused episode, which is a funny thing, and yet it did a lot to make me like her a lot more, which is impressive to see, definitely. But yeah, this episode, the main plot was the Sakura Matsuri, the Sakura Festival. But yeah, because we're gonna set up a stand. We're making cookies and selling coffee and stuff like that. We had Shiragiku, I want to say her name is. Yeah, Shiragiku, I got it right. So, because she was the one that was like baking together with them. We had Riho show up that wanted to help, but we're not gonna let her help bake cookies. No, we're not gonna do that. Luckily, we convinced her to go away in a way where she walked away with a smile, right? To oversimplify the scene. But then we got back to the cookie making, and an important point about alcohol being involved was said. I didn't realize how important it would be. I probably should have, because we already established Shiragiku, how she gets when she's drunk, but still, I didn't really think about it too much as being a thing here. But especially because she did try to explain why it wouldn't be such a big deal, like because of the evaporation and it's safe to drink for kids and all that. I wasn't too worried about it, but again, because I spent so much talking about it, I should have been worried about it on that basis. But yeah, talking about cooking, inspiration at the restaurant, smelling something great, right? And where does it start? It smelled even better. It was a similar smell. Similar to the smell of your sweat when you've been working. Like, this is one of those moments where knowing a little bit of Japanese screws me over a little bit, because English and Japanese stuff is sometimes kind of backwards. And this sentence was split into two parts, but the first sentence had the word sweat in it already, even though sweat was in the English subs in the second part of it. So before I got to see the rest of the English text, I already knew sweat was involved. So I already knew this was going to be some, weird, pervy, creepy kind of line from her, right? So semi-spoiled because of that. So it kind of, made my reaction a little bit wonky. But yeah, there was definitely a sudden transition to that for sure. But yeah, she starts getting all clingy, and at that point you start realizing something's going on. And of course it's alcohol related, because that's what gets her like this. She grabs a hold of him, smushes that huge chest up against him, and just tries to get his clothes off. But luckily, Riho showed up before things could escalate too much. Although I say that, but my voice. But in spite of that, when we do see her again, she's half naked. So probably more than half if you want to do actual percentage numbers, because she just had the bottom pantsu on. But so Riho being there did not stop that, which was interesting. But before we got to that part, we got to see Ami like all frilly and flowery, looking absolutely great. Yeah, she mentions being an ally of justice, and I always think of Fate Stay Night when I hear that, Seigi no Mikata, ally of justice, because that's first time I heard it. Fate Stay Night was like the third visual novel I ever read, third or fourth, and yeah, Shiro, ally of justice, and that's what he was and all that. So that always comes to mind when you hear that line, even though after that, Kirin from Nisa Monogatari came to mind too, because she's also tries to be an ally of justice and all that, and also has a police officer parents, so it kind of fits with her even more than Shiro does in this case. But I'm looking at this thing because I want to see when the missiles were mentioned, because I think it was in this one. But yeah, I gotta love her simple attitude. I'll patrol the town, and if I see any bad guys, I'll punch their lights out. Obviously, very childlike attitude. Kind of surprising to see from these girls are all like roughly college age, right? So yeah, someone her age, definitely a little bit interesting to see. that she has that, childlike innocence and everything. But yeah, here is the missile line. Can the cherry blossom hairband be launched like a missile? Bunt! Yeah, Oka just confused. So yeah, there really wasn't much said about it, so I guess after this, it just kind of, she modified it to fit her requirements of a spec change, I guess you could say. Because I really did not expect the missile part to come back. Come back later in the episode. But yeah, he steals her flower headband thingy, and then we see, yeah, Shiragiku show up wearing nothing but the pantsu, and just covering the top with her hands as best she could, but like, it doesn't cover much at all. Not with those massive, just weapons of mass destruction right there that fit with the war theme, But she does cover the nips, the chikubi, which is the important thing for the most part, because for some reason everything else besides that's okay. I don't really understand the logic of censors in that regard, but usually that's all you have to cover. But he is able to seamlessly just pop it on there and protect, so no longer had to block it with the hands, so she could finally put those tired hands down. So really doing her a favor in that regard. So, and then she woke up like that, wondering what the heck was going on, but didn't seem to mind too much, just kind of like, hey, so I clearly missed something. That's not great. Oh well, But that was just like half the episode. I feel like I've already said a lot, and that was just half the episode. But I don't think I have as much to say in the second half. We just did the actual, all the setup paid off because we did the actual stall at the festival, and we had some people doing greetings and giving some gifts and stuff like that. And Oka get into a little bit of trouble with some random jerks, and we were able to get them to go away initially. Everyone kind of came together for that, which is good to see. But the cowards that they are, they retaliated when nobody was around. Just pissing me off to see that. Like, being an asshole and, wanting to pick a fight with someone is one thing, but being a coward about it and doing things like that is just like a couple steps worse, if that makes sense. Like, you can at least have a little respect for that kind of confrontational asshole, but like a cowardly one like that, there's no respect at all to be had, if that makes sense at all. But and yeah, because this is about when Ami became like really relevant to the episode, because we had Hayato figure out the perfect role for her, and I wasn't sure what he meant at first, but she was a pack mule, as well as the defender, right? The bodyguard, the security guard. And it's even better because that whole thing ended up tying in even more, because you already had a missile thing tie in as a foreshadowing because she launched missiles at them, but just in general, beating up bad guys on the streets, the ally of justice, she got to actually do that later in the episode. So we had like so many good bits of foreshadowing in like the same scene that apply to the same scene later. Like, that's actually really impressive writing wise. Like, I feel like I came into this underestimating the show a little bit, but the writing's actually definitely not too bad. At least this episode, I can't knock it. This might have been the best episode so far, honestly, if you're talking about writing and story progression and all that. Definitely some pretty good stuff. And yeah, don't even get me started on the Shoryuken and stuff like that. Like, Ami, I was just so dead. I was so not ready for any of that. But it was good to see. Also, earlier seeing Oka get a little bit of recognition as a designer. Like, hopefully we can get to see more and more of that going forward. Getting to see some, maybe getting some, I don't know how you call it, freelance design work offers to do or something like that, Maybe we could get some of that, where she can make uniforms for some other establishment. That could be cool. In fact, that'd be great to see. If we get like an outfit that's very different than these ones, but also looks really good, that we occasionally see as like another place. Like maybe when we're walking outside shopping, we can pass by and see the uniforms that Oka designed. That'd be great. And yeah, Mad Dog Oka. There was just so much to like about this episode. I really enjoyed this episode. So I think that's all I have to say though. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.